Alright, bitches. So, this is one of those Drunk-A-Vox recordings. You may have heard of them. They're getting kind of famous, particularly in LA. I might as well begin by saying just how much I like the title. It gets me right away because I'm in a workshop now. So, immediately the poem has my attention. Like the ancient mariner grabbing me by the sleeve. And I like the first couple of stanzas. The way they establish this mode of self-pointing that runs through the whole poem. And tells us that the words are food thrown down on the ground for other words to eat. I can almost taste the tail of the snake in its own mouth, if you know what I mean. But, now, what I'm not sure about is the voice, which sounds in places very casual, very blue jeans, but at other times it just seems standoffish, professorial in the worst sense of the word. It's like the poem is blowing pipe smoke in my face. But maybe that's just what it wants to do. Now, what I did find engaging were the middle stanzas, especially the fourth one. I like the image of clouds flying like lozenges, which gives me a very clear picture. And I like how this drawbridge operator just appears out of the blue, with his feet upon the iron railing, and his fishing pole jigging. I like jigging, a hook into the slow industrial canal below. I love that slow industrial canal below. All those L's. Maybe it's just me, but the next stanza is where I start to have a problem. I mean, how can the evening bump into the stars? And what's an obbligato of snow? Also, I roam the decaffeinated streets? At that point, I'm lost. I need help. And now, the other thing that throws me off, and maybe this is just me, is the way the scene keeps shifting around. First, we're in this big aerodrome, and the speaker's inspecting a row of dirigibles, which makes me think this could be a dream. But then it takes us into his garden. And the part with the dahlias and the coiling hose. Though, that's nice, the coiling hose. But then I'm not really sure where we're supposed to be. The rain and the mint green light, that makes it feel kind of outdoors. But what about this wallpaper? Or is it a kind of indoor cemetery? There's something about death going on here, I know that. In fact, I start to wonder if what we have here is really 2 poems. Or 3, or maybe 4, possibly none. But then there's that last stanza, my favorite. This is where the poem wins me back, especially the line spoken in the voice of the mouse. I mean, we've all seen these images in cartoons before, but I still love the details he uses when he's describing where he lives. That perfect little arch in the entrance of the basement, the bed made of a curled back sardine can, the spool of thread for a table. I start thinking about how hard that mouse had to work, night after night, collecting those things, while the people in the house were fast asleep, and that gives me a very strong feeling, a very powerful sense of something. But I don't know if anyone else was feeling that. Maybe that was just me. Maybe it was just the way I read it. I don't know. This has been a Drunk-A-Vox recording. All Drunk-A-Vox recordings are awesome. Fuck you.